Hello, it's story time. Welcome back to the story corner. It's story time. Now, yesterday when I was reading, my baby was really sad. He was sick. He threw up on me right before I sat down to read, so I had to run and clean it up. And then he just was sick and he wanted mama. So I only read half the chapter, so I'm going to read the other half today. And it's quite a long chapter, so it might be all I do because he's still not feeling good and he still wants mama to hold him and love him. So we'll finish this one and then I'm pretty sure that's all I can do. But we are getting close to the end of Evelina. We will be starting Anne of Green Gables next, and I'm excited. And I have I got the series of 8, so here they are. First one, Anne of Green Gables. Now, these are, I'm pretty sure, an abridged version, and it says special collector's edition. It doesn't say, oh no, it says original unabridged text, which is weird because I've read these years and years ago, and in my mind they were quite a bit thicker, but it says it's not unabridged. That's awesome. Okay, so I have, and there's 8 books in the set. Like it goes down not only through different phases in her life, but then her some of her children. So it's cute. Okay, so we will be doing that. Now, before we get started, I always like to ask, just for fun, what did you have for dinner? Or what are you going to have? Or what are you thinking of having? I love food, love to cook. It's just my thing. So we had lentil soup. And I'm not feeling very good either. And I was just so in the mood for soup. So I made this lentil soup and it was really good. It turned out really good. And I made the soup and it was flavored really good, but I like soup with toppings. So on top of the soup, we had cheese, bacon, fresh tomatoes, fresh cilantro, and green onions all on top. It was so yummy. And then I made garlic cheese biscuits, uh, similar to the Red Lobster biscuits, only better because I bake them longer so they're crisp on the outside. So good. Anyway, it was yum. And then I didn't do dessert. I was full and I don't feel good. And we had a little bowl of leftover cut up fruit. So Charles ate that, but I didn't want any. So he just ate some leftover fruit. So that was dessert. I didn't have any. Anyway, also, before we get started, I like to show off some of the things I've made because here I am doing this. Might as well promote my handmade business, right? Because I have an online store and I sell things that I've made. So we'll just do 2 things. So I have these, look at these earrings. So they're kind of it's not quite red, or it's kind of orange, I guess, kind of a coral peachy, really cute and green. And then, so it's just little heart earrings, but they're wire wrapped. I don't know how well, there you go. Now you can see it, trying to get the light to shine on it so you can see. So they're wire wrapped, and then they have these really cute details, the elements above. They're really cute. So I have those. And then this is something I was trying for fun, and I haven't done very many of them. But these are dice, little dice, but they're super, super sparkly. They have a glitter. It's not just glitter though. It's the glitter that's little rectangles. So I don't know, they look really cool. I think they're really cute. So I have these little super sparkly dice earrings. Anyway, those are 2 things I have made. So cute. And we will get started. Now, like I said, we had already read half the chapter, so I'm going to finish it. Now, in the first half of the chapter, if you remember the letter that Lord Orville wrote to Evelina that stressed her out so bad because it was really disrespectful and rude, and she was, so distressed by it, and all she almost had a breakdown over it because she's fallen in love with him, and she thought he was the best man she'd ever met besides Mr. Villers, right? And then she finds out that, she thought he must have been drunk or something, but then he got drunk and treated her rotten, No woman wants that, right? So she was all stressed out. And then Mr. Villers was all stressed out because he thought she's fallen in love with him and he wasn't going to treat her right. And that's what happened to her mother and to her grandfather. And, it's a whole thing. But she brought the letter because she was going to show it to Lord Orville, because he's like, I never wrote to you. I don't know what you're talking about. So she brought it down to show him. Look, you wrote this to me. And Sir Clement saw it and freaked out and said, why did you keep this? You should have burnt it the moment you saw it. It's a terrible letter. And then anyway, he finally kind of got it out of her that she was in love with Orville and that they were going to get married. So he fled with her letter. He took it. So she's like, oh my goodness, he wrote it. And then she remembered that when she had sent the letter with the maid to take it to Lord Orville, that Sir Clement was in the house. So he must have seen it or seen her give it. So he bribed the maid or something somehow and got the letter, read it. And he didn't want Lord Orville to get the letter because it actually showed that how sweet and intelligent she was, right? And he wanted him to think she was dumb because he didn't want him for competition. And he didn't want her to like him, so he wrote a nasty, rude letter back so that she was very disrespectful. So she, which, it actually just about had the desired effect. But anyway, so he just ran out of the house, and now he, everybody's like, what the heck is going on? Because there's all the other people in the house saw him run off, really rude. Okay. And then Mrs. Selwyn was talking to Lovell and Lady Louisa and all them. So let's see, he asked her about the almanac, the time. We'll just start. Okay. This is Mrs. Selwyn applied to Mr. Lovell and asked if he had an almanac. Mr. Lovell, who always looks alarmed when she addresses him, with some hesitation answered, I assure you, ma'am, I have no manner of antipathy to an almanac, none in the least, I assure you. I dare say I have 4 or 5. 4 or 5? Pray, may I ask what use you make of so many? Use? Really, ma'am, as to that, I don't make any particular use of them, but one must have them to tell one the day of the month, I'm sure, else I should never keep it in my head. And does your time pass so smoothly unmarked that without an almanac you could not distinguish one day from another? Really, ma'am, cried he, colouring, I don't see anything so very particular in having a few almanacs. Other people have them, I believe, as well as me. Don't be offended, cried she. I have but made a little digression. All I want to know is the state of the moon, for if it is at the full, I shall be saved a world of conjectures, and know at once to what cause to attribute the inconsistencies I have witnessed this morning. In the first place, I heard Lord Orville excuse himself from going out because he had business of importance to transact at home. Yet have I seen him sauntering alone in the garden this half hour. Miss Anville, on the other hand, I invited to walk out with me, and after seeking her everywhere round the house, I find her quietly seated in the drawing-room, and but a few minutes since Sir Clement Willoughby, with even more than his usual politeness, told me he was come to spend the morning here. Why, just now I met him flying downstairs as if pursued by the Furies, and far from repeating his compliments or making any excuses, he did not even answer a question I asked him, but rushed past me. Hey, sis, don't put it in front of me where they can't see. But rushed past me with the rapidity of a thief from a bailiff. I protest, said Mrs. Beaumont. I can't think what he meant. Such rudeness from a man of any family is quite incomprehensible. My lord, cried Lady Louisa to Lord Merton, do you know he did the same by me? I was just going to ask him what was the matter, but he ran past me so quick that I declare he quite dazzled my eyes. You can't think, my lord, how he frightened me. Okay, listen. I dare say I look pale. Don't I look very pale, my lord? Your ladyship, said Mr. Lovell, so well becomes the lilies that the roses might blush to see themselves so excelled. Pray, Mr. Lovell, said Mrs. Selwyn, if the roses should blush, how would you find it out? Egad, cried Mr. Coverley, I suppose they must blush. As the saying is, like a blue dog, for they are red already. What? Say hi. Say hi. You're so sweet. Yeah. Okay. What are you doing? Okay, don't make weird faces at my people. It's embarrassing. They'll think we're weird. We're not weird. We're normal. We're normal at our hey. Shh, we're normal. They don't need to know that we're not normal. Okay, I lost my place. Prithee, Jack, said Lord Merton, don't you pretend to talk about blushes that never knew what they were in your life. My lord, said Mrs. Selwyn, if experience alone can justify mentioning them, what an admirable treatise upon the subject may we not expect from your lordship? Oh, pray, ma'am, answered he, stick to Jack Coverley. He's your only man. For my part, I confess I have a mortal aversion to arguments. Oh, fie, my lord, cried Mrs. Selwyn, a senator of the nation, and member of the noblest parliament in the world, and yet neglect the art of oratory? Why, faith, my lord, said Mr. Lovell, I think in general your house is not much addicted to study. We of the lower house have indubitably most application, and if I did not speak before a superior power, bowing low to Lord Merton, I should presume to add, we have likewise the most able speakers. Mr. Lovell, said Mrs. Selwyn, you deserve immortality for that discovery, but for this observation and the confession of Lord Merton, I protest I should have supposed that a peer of the realm and an able logician were synonymous terms. Lord Merton, turning upon his heel, asked Lady Louisa if she should take the air before dinner. Oh, okay. What are you telling him?
Cake tastes like a burger. Yeah. She's like a burger.
She's on this thing lately where she pretends she's eating you, and then she tells you what you taste like, and it's odd. What did you say I tasted like yesterday? Marshmallows or something? I don't remember.
Oh, you taste like carrots.
Carrots. I taste like carrots?
I like carrots, though.
Probably more like mashed potatoes or cottage cheese. I mean, if you look like it, you probably taste like it, right?
Oh.
All right. Oh, you gonna help me? Asked Lady Louisa if she would take the air before dinner. Hey, calm down. Really, answered she, I don't know. I'm afraid it's monstrous hot. Besides, putting her hand to her forehead, I ain't half well. It's quite horrid to have such weak nerves. The least thing in the world discomposes me. I declare, that man's oddness has given me such a shock. I don't know when I shall recover from it, but I am a sad, weak creature. Don't you think I am, my lord? Oh, by no means, answered he. Your ladyship is merely delicate, and devil take me if ever I had the least passion for an Amazon. I have the honour to be quite of your lordship's opinion, said Mr. Lovell, looking maliciously at Mrs. Selwyn, for I have an insuperable aversion to strength, either of body or mind, in a female. Faith, and so have I, said Mr. Coverley. For egad, I'd as soon see a woman chop wood as hear her chop logic. So would every man in his senses, said Lord Merton, for a woman wants nothing to recommend her but beauty. Calissa, shh. But beauty and good nature. In everything else she is either impertinent or unnatural. For my part, deuce take me if ever I wish to hear a word of sense from a woman as long as I live. It has always been agreed, said Mrs. Selwyn, looking around her with the utmost contempt, that no man ought to be connected with a woman whose understanding is superior to his own. Now I very much fear that to accommodate all this good company according to such a rule would be utterly impracticable unless we should choose subjects from Swift's Hospital of Idiots. How many enemies, my dear sir, does this unbounded severity excite? Lord Merton, however, only whistled, Mr. Coverley sang, and Mr. Lovell, after biting his lips some time, said, "'Pon honour, that lady, if she was not a lady, I should be half tempted to observe that there is something in such severity that is rather, I must say, rather oddish." Just then a servant brought Lady Louisa a note upon a waiter, which is a ceremony always used to her ladyship, and I took the opportunity of this interruption to the conversation to steal out of the room. I went immediately to the parlour, which I found quite empty, for I did not dare walk in the garden after what Mrs. Selwyn had said. In a few minutes a servant announced Mr. Macartney, saying, as he entered the room, that he would acquaint Lord Orville he was there. Mr. Macartney rejoiced much at finding me alone. There was, tip the camera down. Hey, who's that? He told me he had taken the liberty to inquire for Lord Orville by way of pretext for coming to the house. I then... Okay, what did you tell him?
Did you hear Kane reading?
That
was so cute.
Pretended. Are you reading? You're just gonna
He's
say,
gonna
Mama?
become a smart baby.
He is. Well, he already is a pretty smart baby. Oh, you okay? Did you trip on this?
I kind of stumbled on a garbage can. I'm okay.
Did it hurt? Oh, you got a kiss? Wow. Okay. I then very eagerly inquired if he had seen his father. "I have, madame," said he, "and the generous compassion you have shown me made me hasten to acquaint you that upon reading my unhappy mother's letter, he did not hesitate to acknowledge me." "Good heaven!" cried I, with no little emotion. "How similar are our circumstances! And did he receive you kindly?" "I could not, madame, expect that he would. The cruel transaction which obliged me to fly Paris was too recent in his memory." "And have you seen the young lady?" "No, madame," said he mournfully. "I was forbid her sight." "Forbid her sight? And why?" "Partly, perhaps, from prudence, and partly from the remains of a resentment which will not easily subside. I only requested leave to acquaint her with my relationship, and be allowed to call her sister, but it was denied me. 'You have no sister,' said Sir John. 'You must forget her existence.' Hard and vain command." You have a sister," cried I, from an impulse of pity which I could not repress. "A sister who is most warmly interested in your welfare, and who only wants opportunity to manifest her friendship and regard." "Gracious heaven!" cried he. "What does Miss Anville mean?" "Anville," said I, "is not my real name. Sir John Belmont is my father. He is yours, and I am your sister. You see, therefore, the claim we mutually have to each other's regard, as we are not merely bound by the ties of friendship, but by those of blood. I feel for you already all the affection of a sister. I felt it indeed before I knew I was one. Why, my dear brother, do you not speak? Do you hesitate to acknowledge me?" "I am so lost in astonishment," cried he, "that I know not if I hear right." "I have then found a brother," cried I, holding out my hand, "and he will not own me." "Own you? Oh, madam," cried he, accepting my offered hand, "is it indeed possible you can own me, a poor wretched adventurer?" Uh-oh, did he get bonked? Did you hit, oh my goodness, was there a double crash? Uh-oh. Did we bonk heads? Come here. Shoot, I'm sorry. Two bonks. on. We bought carrots. Oh, we have to be careful. Oh, you were just playing and having such a good time. They were. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Oh, sis, I'm sorry. They were jumping around on the bed and they clunked heads. You okay? Oh. To see her pain. She needs some sympathy, so feel free to tell her how sorry you are that she got hurt. You okay? Obviously. Okay, she's fine. She'll be fine. I'm just trying to see if you have a goose egg, you silly muffin. Okay. Own you? Oh, madam, cried he, accepting my offered hand. Is it indeed possible you can own me, a poor wretched adventurer who so lately had no support but from your generosity, whom your benevolence snatched from utter destruction? Can you, oh madam, can you indeed, and without a blush, condescend to own such an outcast for a brother? Oh, forbear, cried I. Is this language proper for a sister? Are we not reciprocally bound to each other? Will you not suffer me to expect from you all the good offices in your power? But tell me, where is our father at present? At the Hot Well, madam. He arrived there yesterday morning. I would have proceeded with further questions, but the entrance of Lord Orville prevented me. The moment he saw us, he started and would have retreated, but drawing my hand from Mr. Macartney's, I begged him to come in. For a few moments we were all silent, and, I believe, all in equal confusion. Mr. Macartney, however, recollecting himself, said, I hope your lordship will forgive the liberty I have taken in making use of your name. Lord Orville rather coldly bowed, but said nothing. He didn't like it. Again we were all silent, and then Mr. Macartney took leave. I fancy. Are you just like blowing your nose right while I'm trying to read? I mean, come on. What the heck?
I'm just trying to blow harder.
Well, go do it away from the camera. Ew. What the heck? Okay. I fancy, said Lord Orville when he was gone, I have shortened Mr. Macartney's visit. No, my lord, not at all. I had presumed, said he with some hesitation, I should have seen Miss Anville in the garden, but I knew not she was so much better engaged. Before I could answer, a servant came to tell me the chaise was ready and that Mrs. Selwyn was inquiring for me. I will wait on her immediately, cried I, and away I was running. Calissa, would you help him? And away I was running, but Lord Orville, stopping me, said with great emotion, Is it thus, Miss Anville, you leave me? My lord, cried I, how can I help it? Perhaps soon some better opportunity may offer. Good heaven, cried he, do you indeed take me for a stoic? What better opportunity may I hope for? Is not the chase come? Are you not going? Have you even deigned to tell me whither? My journey, my lord, will now be deferred. Mr. Macartney has brought me intelligence which renders it at present unnecessary. Mr. Macartney, said he gravely, you need to come up. Can you come up? Oh, you little mess maker. Come here. Oh,
Not so fast, little one.
Oh. Don't do it.
Hello, little criminal.
Shh, don't do it if he doesn't like it. Mr. Macartney, said he gravely, seems to have great influence, yet he is a very young counsellor. Is it possible, my lord? Oh, my goodness. Can you? Oh, can you? Oh, my goodness. I just don't feel good. I love you. Who's that?
Oh.
Caden? Caden and Calissa. Okay, shh. Okay, is it possible, my lord, Mr. Macartney can give you the least uneasiness? My dearest Miss Anville, said he, taking the hand.
Hello.
I see, and I adore the purity of your mind, superior as it is to all little arts, and all apprehensions of suspicion, and I should do myself as well as you injustice if I were capable of harboring the smallest doubts of that goodness which makes you mine forever. Nevertheless, pardon me if I own myself surprised, nay, alarmed at these frequent meetings with so young a man as Mr. Macartney. My lord, cried I, eager to clear myself, Mr. Macartney is my brother. Your brother? You amaze me. What strange mystery, then, makes his relationship a secret? Just then Mrs. Selwyn opened the door. Oh, you are here, cried she. Pray, is my lord so kind as to assist you in preparing for your journey, or in retarding it? Hey. What? 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 Do you want to hear him growl? That's cute. You're so silly. 100 kisses. Okay. I should be most happy, said Lord Orville, smiling, if it were in my power to do the latter. I then acquainted her with Mr. Macartney's communication. She immediately ordered the chaise away, and then took me into her own room to consider what should be done. A few minutes sufficed to determine her, and she wrote the following note. What? To Sir John Belmont, Bart. Mrs. Selwyn presents her compliments to Sir John Belmont, and, if he is at leisure, will be glad to wait on him this morning upon business of importance. She then ordered her man to inquire at the pump room for a direction, and went herself to Mrs. Beaumont to apologize for deferring her journey. An answer was presently returned that he would be glad to see her. She would have had me immediately accompany her to the Hotwells, but I entreated her to spare me the distress of so... Ow! Ouch! Ow! Look, you hit me in the face with it. That hurt. Ow. Okay, either you have to get down or you have to not take this, because you can't whack me in the face with it. That hurt.
That's our cleaner, and you should buy one of those because they are forever sticky, but they don't stick to your skin.
They are. They're very cool.
Yeah.
It's a roller that you just rinse and roll forever. Sticky. It's cool.
And you should buy one if you have enough money.
She would have had me immediately accompany her to the Hotwells, but I entreated her to spare me the distress of so abrupt an introduction, and to pave the way for my reception. She consented rather reluctantly, and attended only by her servant, walked to the Wells. She was not absent 2 hours, yet so miserably did time seem to linger that I thought 1,000 accidents had happened, and feared she would never return. I passed the whole time in my own room, for I was too much agitated even to converse with Lord Orville. The instant that, from my window, I saw her returning, I flew downstairs and met her in the garden. We both walked to the arbour. Her looks, in which disappointment and anger were expressed, presently announced to me the failure of her embassy. Finding that she did not speak, I asked her in a faltering voice whether or not I had a father. You have not, my dear, said she abruptly. Very well, madam, said I with tolerable calmness. Let the chaise then be ordered again. I will go to Berry Hill, and there, I trust, I shall find one. I shall still find one. It was some time ere she could give, or I could hear, the account of her visit, and then she related it in a hasty manner, yet I believe I can recollect every word. I found Sir John alone. He received me with the utmost politeness. I did not keep him a moment in suspense as to the purport of my visit, but I had no sooner made it known than with a supercilious smile he said,
And have you, madam, been prevailed upon to revive that ridiculous old story? Ridiculous, I told him, was a term which he would find no one else do him the favour to make use of in speaking of the horrible actions belonging to the old story he made so light of. Actions, continued I, which would dye still deeper the black annals of Nero or Caligula. He attempted in vain to rally, for I pursued him with all the severity in my power, and ceased not painting the enormity of his crime, till I stung him to the quick, and in a voice of passion and impatience he said, No more, madam, this is not a subject upon which I need a monitor. Make, then, cried I, the only reparation in your power. Your daughter is now at Clifton. Send for her thither, and in the face of the world proclaim the legitimacy of her birth, and clear the reputation of your injured wife. Madam, said he, you are much mistaken if you suppose I waited for the honour of this visit before I did what little justice now depends upon me to the memory of that unfortunate woman. Her daughter has been my care from her infancy. I have taken her into my house. She bears my name, and she will be my sole heiress. For some time this assertion appeared so absurd that I only laughed at it. But at last he assured me I had myself been imposed upon, for that the very woman who attended Lady Belmont in her last illness conveyed the child to him while he was in London, before she was a year old. Unwilling, he added, at that time to confirm the rumour of my being married, I sent the woman with the child to France as soon as she was old enough. I put her into a convent, where she has been properly educated, and now I have taken her home. I have acknowledged her for my lawful child, and paid at length to the memory of her unhappy mother a tribute of fame, which has made me wish to hide myself hereafter from all the world. This whole story sounded so improbable that I did not scruple to tell him I discredited every word. He then rang his bell, and inquiring if his hairdresser was come, said he was sorry to leave me, but that, if I would favour him with my company tomorrow, he would do himself the honour of introducing Miss Belmont to me, instead of troubling me to introduce her to him. I rose in great indignation, and assuring him I would make his conduct as public as it was infamous, I left the house. Hey, Tessa's in the chat. She's saying hi. Oh, Caden's over there waving. Hi.
I didn't know it was you.
Should we turn it so you can see? Say hi.
Hey, want to see something cool?
Caden, say hi. Say hi.
Want to see something cool?
Look, Tess says hi, Kaylissa.
Hi. Want to see something cool?
Oh, you want me to show you off on the bed? Okay. Oh, there she is. Oh, a flip on the bed. She said yes, she wants to see something cool.
Well, I just did it.
She just did it. Oh my goodness, it's so funny. Today he decided he wanted to jump, so he's she says, whoa, good job. She's sending lots of hearts. He's decided he wanted to jump on something, and it is so funny because he bends and crouches clear down, then he jumps up, so he kind of goes up on his toes, and I'm sure he feels like he's jumping so high. It's hilarious. I need to do a video and post it because it's so cute. He's funny. Okay. Good heaven, how strange the recital, how incomprehensible an affair. The Miss Belmont, then, who is actually at Bristol, passes for the daughter of my unhappy mother, passes, in short, for your Evelina. Who can she be? Or what this tale can mean, I have not any idea. Mrs. Selwyn soon after left me to my own reflections. Indeed, they were not very pleasant. Quietly as I had borne her relation, the moment I was alone, I felt most bitterly both the disgrace and the sorrow of a rejection so cruelly inexplicable. I know not how long I might have continued in this situation had I not been awakened from my melancholy reverie by the voice of Lord Orville. May I come in? Cried he, or shall I interrupt you? I was silent, and he seated himself next to me. I fear, he continued, Miss Anville will think I persecute her. Yet so much as I have to say, and so much as I wish to hear, with so few opportunities for either, she cannot wonder, and I hope she will not be offended, that I seize with such avidity every moment in my power to converse with her. You are grave, added he, taking my hand. I hope you do not regret the delay of your journey. I hope the pleasure it gives to me will not be of a subject of pain to you. You are silent. Something, I am sure, has afflicted you. Would to heaven I were able to console you. Would to heaven I were worthy to participate in your sorrows. My heart was too full to bear this kindness. Isn't that funny? You know how when you're stressed out and then people are mean or, and you just deal with it, and then somebody's nice to you and you just fall apart. I mean, that's me. Like, don't be nice to me, I'm gonna cry. My heart was too full to bear this kindness, and I can only answer by my tears. Good heaven, cried he. Oh, you want to show you on the bed?
I want to show her that I can moonwalk.
Oh, okay. Kayla wants to show you that she can moonwalk. How you doing?
I have a computer.
Oh, where are you going? Here. Okay. All right. A little bit of a impromptu there. Okay.
See, I can moonwalk.
Oh, she says, cool. I wish I could moonwalk.
Maybe sometime you will. Maybe someday.
Okay. Good heaven, cried he, how you alarm me. My love, my sweet Miss Anville, deny me no longer to be the sharer of your griefs. Tell me at least that you have not withdrawn your esteem, that you do not repent the goodness you have shown me, that you still think me the same grateful Orville whose heart you have deigned to accept. Oh, my lord, cried I, your generosity overpowers me. And I wept like an infant. For now that all my hopes of being acknowledged seemed finally crushed, I felt the nobleness of his disinterested regard so forcibly that I could scarce breathe under the weight of gratitude which oppressed me. He seemed greatly shocked, and in terms the most flattering, the most respectfully tender, he at once soothed my distress and urged me to tell him its cause. My lord, said I, when I was able to speak, you little know what an outcast you have honoured with your choice, a child of bounty, an orphan from infancy, dependent, even for subsistence, dependent upon the kindness of compassion, rejected by my natural friends, disowned for ever by my nearest relation. O my lord, so circumstanced, can I deserve the distinction with which you honour me? Where did it go? No, I feel the inequality too painfully. You must leave me, my lord. You must suffer to return to obscurity, and there in the bosom of my first, best, my only friend, I will pour forth all the grief of my heart, while you, my lord, must seek elsewhere. I could not proceed. My whole soul recoiled against the charge I would have given, and my voice refused to utter it. Never, cried he warmly. My heart is yours, and I swear to you an attachment eternal.
I want to tell her something else.
Oh.
They like to call the computer. Hey, I like to call the computer the computer.
Yeah, she always got, when she was little, she would say the pooter or computer. So now that's what we call it. Yeah, just the pooter. What? You want to get down? Maybe sister will help you. You prepare me indeed for a tale of horror, and I am almost breathless with expectation, but so firm is my conviction that whatever are your misfortunes, to have merited them is not of the number that I feel myself more strongly, more invincibly devoted to you than ever. Tell me but where I may find this noble friend whose virtues you have already taught me to reverence, and I will fly to obtain his consent and intercession, that henceforward our fates may be indissolubly, oh my goodness, solubly, I can't talk, indissolubly united, and then shall it be the sole study of my life to endeavour to soften your past and guard you from future misfortunes. Oh my goodness, he's so sad. Say hi.
It's Tess, Kaden.
It's Tess. Baya and Tess, say hi.
Mama.
What?
Baya.
Oh, did you blow kisses?
Baya,
Oh.
I love you.
Tess says, hi, baby. Oh, look at the hearts and the smileys. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he loves it. Cute. You wanna blow it? Okay, blow a kiss to Baya and Tess. Oh, kisses for Baya and Tess. Hey, sis. Gracious. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's your pair of lips. That was a kiss right up close. I had just raised my eyes to answer the most generous of men when the first object they met was Mrs. Selwyn. So, my dear, cried she, what, still courting the rural shades? I thought ere now you would have been satiated with this retired seat, and I have been seeking you all over the house. But I find the only way to meet with you is to inquire for Lord Orville. Hey, be nice to the book. However, don't let me disturb your meditations. You are possibly planning some pastoral dialogue. And with this provoking speech, she walked on. In the greatest confusion, I was quitting the arbour when Lord Orville said, Permit me to follow Mrs. Selwyn. It is time to put an end to all impertinent conjectures. Will you allow me to speak to her openly? I assented in silence, and he left me. I then went to my own room, where I continued till I was summoned to dinner, after which Mrs. Selwyn invited me to hers. The moment she had shut the door... Aw, you guys are so sweet. My heck, I miss you so much I can't stand it. I'm all emotional. I asked Charles if we could figure out just the flights, if we could fly out there and at least sort through our stuff before we lose everything. And he's like, what's the point? There's nowhere to put it, even if we sort through it, and until we can get it moved, you know. There's my awesome markers. Oh, okay. You can go get them. She wants to show you her markers for school. She got new markers. She had a pack of 8. And then we bought a pack of 50 for school. And, oh my goodness, she loves it. Because every school page she does, she has to draw a picture on every problem. Like, oh my goodness.
Look at these.
That's only half the pack.
Yeah, but there's another case.
Yep.
I'll go get it.
The moment she had shut the door, Your ladyship, said she, will, I hope, be seated. Ma'am, cried I, staring. Oh, the sweet innocent. So you don't know what I mean.
Here's the second one.
Look at all that. Oh, she loves them. Oh, my goodness. So you don't know what I mean.
Say wow, because they're cool.
Well, you don't tell people how to respond to.
Type it in, okay?
Oh, it's okay. Okay, for goodness sake. Oh, the sweet innocent. So you don't know what I mean. But, my dear, I told them already. My sole view is to accustom you a little to your dignity, elect, lest when you are addressed by your title, you should look another way from an apprehension of listening to a discourse not meant for you to hear. Excuse me. Having in this manner diverted herself with my confusion till her raillery was almost exhausted, she congratulated me very seriously upon the partiality of Lord Orville, and painted to me in the strongest terms his disinterested desire of being married to me immediately. She had told him, she said, my whole story, and yet he was willing, nay, eager, that our union should take place of any further application to my family. Now, my dear, continued she, I advise you by all means to marry him directly. Nothing can be more precarious than our success with Sir John, and the young men of this age are not to be trusted with too much time for deliberation where their interests are concerned. Good heaven, madam, cried I, do you think I would hurry Lord Orville? Well, do as you will, said she. Luckily, you have an excellent subject for quixotism. Otherwise,
I was a ghost.
a purple ghost. Otherwise, this delay might prove your ruin. But Lord Orville is almost as romantic as if he has been born and bred at Berry Hill. She then proposed, as no better expedient seemed likely to be suggested, that I should accompany her at once in her visit to the Hotwells tomorrow morning. The very idea made me tremble. Yet she represented so strongly the necessity of pursuing this unhappy affair of the spirit, or giving it totally up, that, wanting her force of argument, I was almost obliged to yield to her proposal. In the evening we all walked in the garden, and Lord Orville, who never quitted my side, told me he had been listening to a tale which, though it had removed the perplexities that had so long tormented him, had penetrated him with sorrow and compassion. I acquainted him with Mrs. Selwyn's plan for tomorrow, and confessed the extreme terror it gave me. He then, in a manner almost unanswerable, besought me to leave to him the conduct of the affair, by consenting to be his before an interview took place. I could not but acknowledge my sense of his generosity, but I told him I was wholly dependent upon you, and that I was certain your opinion would be the same as mine, which was that it would be highly improper I should dispose of myself for ever, so very near the time which must finally decide by whose authority I ought to be guided. The subject of this dreaded meeting, with the 1,000 conjectures and apprehensions to which it gives birth, employed all our conversations then, as it has all my thoughts since. Heaven only knows how I shall support myself, when the long-expected, the wished yet terrible moment arrives, that will prostrate me at the feet of the nearest, the most reverenced of all relations, whom my heart yearns to know and longs to love. Okay.
Mom?
What?
I want to tell Mandy something.
I don't
Could
think
we
Mandy's
play Roblox
I don't think Mandy's here.
tonight?
Yeah, Mandy, it's Byatt and Tess are here, but Mandy's not here.
Oh, I forgot.
Well, we miss you guys so much. Do. Are you coming to say bye? Do you want to get him and bring him over so he can say bye? Come here, baby. Look at this. So cute. You gonna say bye-bye? Look, Tess says, I miss you so much. Oh. Oh, wow. Tess said she'll play Roblox with you sometime. Aw, that would be so fun. She would love it. Maybe sometime when you have half an hour, you can. What she does with Mandy is she calls on the phone and then just talks on speaker, and they'll just hop in the same game and play.
Yeah, because then she'll understand what I'm saying.
Oh, that would be fun. She would love it. She gets lonely for everybody. Did you guys see Mandy on her birthday? Oh, Tess says that's a good idea. I'll do it. We went to a home show this last weekend, and it was. Oh, you had work. It was cute because a lot of the booths had. I was at a booth selling Cutco, but Charles took the children around, and a lot of the booths had a wheel where you spin it and you can win a little prize, and if you give them your information, advertising, and Charles would take him and he would spin the wheels. He loved it, and he'd spin it, and then he'd sit there and watch it till it stopped, and then he'd just clap every time he said. People would just pinged out. They thought it was so cute. It's like everywhere we went, people were like, "Oh my goodness, he's so cute." Yeah, he's a silly little guy. Are you silly? Oh. Okay. Well, we better go because it is late, and we need to put you to bed and finish cleaning up.
One more kiss.
One more kiss. Mwah. Kisses from everybody. Oh my goodness, that's just messed up. Tess says, love you. Good night.
Bye.
We love you. Bye. We'll see you next time. We're almost done with this. I think there's 2 more chapters maybe in this book. So almost finished, and then we'll start Anne of Green Gables. I'm excited. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. We love you guys so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Or, hopefully, if you have time. Good night. Mwah.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Well, what are you